light it, but we tried to blab it. Lenny Kravitz, I want this dreaded and pandemic horde, money badger coalition, CFC die. Tissue, dirty data, diversity, darkness, Swassen, OSS, circle of two. New beat, test alliance, please ignore lone tread, black rise, content rate, pure blind. The Forge, Gemini, Iridia, Providence, Wicked Creek, scrolling past trouble in the drone lands. We didn't like the Sino, it was always burning since my clone's been learning. We didn't like the Sino, no we didn't light it, but we tried to blab it. Tier 2 warp scrim, damage control, ECM, gyro stab, armor ring, large cap battery, MJD, I stab, oversized AB, faction artillery, DM ancillary. Singapore menace, NATO, stab a fleet, Naglfar, Basilisk, Drake fleet is no go. AFK, top B&I, domination 85, Revelation, Avatar, aborting the capital. We didn't like the Sino, it was always burning since my clone's been learning. We didn't like the Sino, no we didn't light it, but we tried to blab it. Industry invention, miners in an ARM, scroll margin, G to market trading. Armor, faction, warfare, name, syndicate, fleet of doctrine, fake, not purple shooting. No time to evac, goons driven out of debt. Big country's gone away, still has so much more to say. We didn't like the Sino, it was always burning since my clone's been learning. We didn't like the Sino, no we didn't light it, but we tried to blab it. Care Bears incursion, Russian games back again, riding dead complex, paying for a subway flex. $2 local scam, a contract for a foolish man, royal and non-sperma band, big Tony's new master plan. RMTers, trillionaires, money moves, renters, coalitions, bit of edge, diplomats standing set. It's the lockers on the gates, high sec underwater days, the embassies, casino wars, I can't take it anymore. We didn't like the Sino, it was always burning since my clone's been learning. We didn't like the Sino, but when we need it, we'll still burn on and on and on and on and on and on and on. We didn't like the Sino, it was always burning since my clone's been learning. We didn't like the Sino, no we didn't light it, but we tried to blab it. We didn't like the Sino, it was always burning since my clone's been learning. We didn't like the Sino, no we didn't light it, but we tried to blab it. We didn't like the Sino, it was always burning.
You're meant to be.
Hey,
Mist, you're meant to be talking. There you go.
there we go. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Scythe just doing a little relaxing today. He had a very challenging
Scythe-
morning, everyone.
Scythe is being pleasured off camera.
Hey,
I
everybody.
can neither deny nor confirm that statement.
Hey, everybody. We're sorry we couldn't put out a ping. We have no idea how many people know that we're on the air right now because, hey, something's not
7.
working somewhere. Seven?
Apparently
7 people?
20 people, and 4 of them are us, probably.
Probably 22 now. We're ramping it up, baby.
There you go.
So yep, I'm gonna.
Ping wasn't working. We didn't want to disturb people.
True. Not a goon spy. Nobody's a goon spy. Nope.
I don't know what that means, but I love it.
Just let everybody know, Scythe has had a very stressful morning. Okay.
Yep.
His, washer caught on fire like 5 minutes before the show.
Like straight up, it did.
We thought perhaps he was gonna die, but we want.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We want y'all to know his dedication to our audience and the show. That
I only let one room burn down before I realized that the show prep was not as important.
Yes, he put it out. He was there, and he's there for us here today. Yeah. So, what's
smells
on?
Like someone's done burnouts.
What's on your hat? I can't see.
Yeah. Can you tell now?
I don't know. It looked like a cow or something. I don't know what.
No, it is. It is the Rebel/Imperial logo. Because I'm going to Star Wars Celebration next week, so I got all my Star Wars gear on today.
Q-Man, for a minute there when he needed help and there was fire in his house, he thought for about 5-10 seconds maybe that he might need to send an Alliance email out about the fire to get some help, but
I have a question.
Yes.
Who do I do? What's the level of murder that I can do to this asshat who sent an Alliance mail about Plex?
No. Oh no! Just forget it.
Oh no, I'm sure
no.
he's being dealt with. Do
Yeah.
not worry.
I want to assist with the dealing with because I've seen that email 40 times now.
40 times.
All the characters.
Every
character's fucking got one.
I just log in. I'm like, Jesus fuck! I haven't got an email on this character in 4 years. Oh,
yep.
Look. Okay, yeah, it's this email again. Okay.
Fucking shithead. If that guy literally needs a punch in the nuts.
I need to ask you a favor, by the way, Seth.
Mm.
If you go into that Star Wars sort of celebration thing, right?
Yeah.
Please go there and talk of nothing but Star Trek.
So I have already packed my Bridge Crew shirt for Star Trek because I did that the last time I went just to annoy my brother. He bought a shirt this year. I have the data pad backpack shithead thing. What's it called? The scanner thingamajig. I got one of those. It's in the suitcase right now. So we are going to do that joke again this year because it makes us laugh.
Fucking fantastic, dude.
But honestly, I got to go hang out with some Rebel Legion folks and get some pointers on how to freaking glue hair to a suit so I can finish my Wookiee outfit.
Right.
It's fucking hard. It's a lot of work to do.
If Hot Nerd Girl is there, you got to get a picture with her.
Which one?
Hot Nerd Girl. She's like an actual personality. Hot Nerd Girl.
I fucking know who it is.
Never look her up on Facebook. She's very cool.
Okay.
She's probably hot and quite nerdy.
And you take girl. I think she's normal.
I'm gonna Google her.
Which is actually cooler than I
you're
think.
a nerd, so you know.
So she's actually normal. So you can get a picture with her, and then we're gonna take my head and we're gonna photobomb me in the picture there, so I can say I was there too, but I wasn't.
Oh, okay, I see who this is.
Who?
Yeah,
Suck My Missile banned from streaming. I don't even know who that is. You guys know who that is?
What?
I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what Sam Wells.
Sam.
Yeah.
Shh. Just be quiet for a while. We don't know who that is. We don't care.
Actually, I don't. I'm not even playing coy. There was 6, 5 left. I don't know what you're talking about.
And just focus. He's being weird.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Hey,
Okay.
should we go into? I don't want to talk about Dead Titans or. By the way, guys, our ping was really good. Today.
It was.
They'll
never know. We're just never gonna tell them. But yeah, it was a good ping.
No.
It was the best ping ever made for a show on this network. You would be blown away by the level of awesome that is this ping. Unfortunately, since it didn't go out, you'll never get to see it. That's all you need to know. You're just going to tease it.
See, the thing is, if the ping went out, I would have said that the person pleasuring you was Sothrasil, but it wouldn't have worked because they wouldn't have the
that's
thing.
terrible.
The ping
I mean, if Soth wants to come over, send him my address, buddy.
slide into your DMs.
Let's see what this.
Someone's fucking getting hardcore deleted in chat.
Well, no, it wasn't too bad. He's just doing a Z kill thing. But before we go on,
Can't post links unless you're.
So just so you guys know, right? We plan to talk about the new Triglavian ships, right? April Pat, Jim Moore, and one of the things we'll hit too is why is it April, beginning of April, and everybody is super hyped about E-Vegas in October? Does that say something about fucking E-Vegas, right? So, we'll talk about that, and the other thing is, and there was mention during the pre-show in the pre-show chat, and maybe Soth will come in and talk about it, but there is something that is 4 Titans long or something, and we're gonna talk about that too. So something that's 4 Titans long, and it's not Scythe, just in case anybody was wondering. So.
Hey.
And
Sure.
I'll start
Don't
with something
underestimate
completely
Don't ask how I know.
different.
Don't ask. So I'm gonna pop up here. Give me a couple minutes or a couple seconds. Mist, why don't we talk about?
While you're doing that, shall we talk about something completely different? As
Scott's
was
gonna
raised in the. No. So did you see the Titan that dropped as loot from the extra large ship container?
No. But we are. I'm gonna put that link up because that's what Iraq123 got killed for. So I mean, by the little thingy bob like streamer elements.
Oh.
So Titan drop.
A extra large ship maintenance array. Now these are the old things that you put. Did you build the Titans and the Supers in here, or was this just something that you put?
It's a
stuff
storage
in.
thing. So you could store Supers and Titans in it, but basically the extra large ship assembly array. So XL CSAAs were the ones which you actually built it, but the maintenance array were the ones that you could store them in.
Okay, so you've got this maintenance array with a Titan inside on a pass. Now, obviously, the pass will be armed, gunned, and you're protected. That's fine. Problem is that these have gone. They've not been fueled, so they've powered down, and literally people are just coming along and going, shooting them, and seeing what drops out of it. Because I don't think you can scan it, can you? You literally just got to crack it open and see what comes out.
Yeah.
It's like a Kinder Surprise egg. You're never sure which car you're gonna get, but you're gonna get one.
Hey, can I interrupt here?
Money figure.
Is Scythe actually playing CS:GO during the show?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Because I can't fucking play Division while I do the show because apparently my freaking computer hates it because it needs all my bandwidth. So I'm gonna play CS:GO.
So, audience, Scythe is 100% dedicated to giving you the best content possible here.
I've drank an entire pot of coffee just so I'm awake for this show. All right, they don't even know what that's going to do to my colon.
What were you doing up so late?
Date nights.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my question is, how many more of these are still scattered around the universe? How many more Titans are buried away? Because this is a situation where you crack it open, a Titan comes out, and you look at each other and goes, "Can anyone fucking fly this?"
It's interesting to know that we the XL maintenance arrays are basically like Eve's equivalent to loot boxes. It's like you have no idea what's in there. It could be nothing. It could be a freaking Titan.
But yeah, you're literally like inject skill, inject Titan skill, buy skill injectors on market, inject. I can fly this.
He goes inject, and I immediately see fighter pilot eject.
So just so people can know, because now I'm not playing CS:GO anymore. Counter-Strike VAC could not authenticate my client, and therefore I'm just gonna get off the show and go take a nap.
Stop cheating, you fuckhead.
I've got so many hacks, so many aimbots. I got that thing that lets me see through walls, and ISPA.
Oh, Espa, yeah.
I have ESP. ESP is the most powerful.
God, I don't miss trying to figure out if people were using those things.
Yeah, isn't it great not to be an H1Z1 server mod?
Oh my God.
God damn. Oh my God. No, but just so you know, my Hacksaw levels are at about a 6 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 6 levels of Hacksaw.
I'm just doing some setup things, guys.
Yeah. So while we have dead air, because we were talking about it in chat, I'm gonna bitch about something real quick. This fucking Borderlands 3, I was so excited, saw the trailer, tiny little child heart of mine, got real excited, like, yeah, I get to go play Borderlands 3, it's gonna be great. And then they put it on the Epic Store as an exclusive for PC, so it's like, all right, I'm never gonna buy this game, fuck off.
Because that's the thing is, everyone says like, "Oh my god, this is the best thing ever!" Hype, 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 hype.
Literally, it went hype train to the maximum speed, and then the train exploded and became negative 400 train, because they announced exclusively on the Epic Store for the first 6 months of game. So I don't know any of my PC friends who are actually buying it now until it comes to Steam. Yeah, like my buddy who has a fucking full-on giant loot crate, the big red chest, as a cabinet in his house that he made himself, says he is not buying it. When he told me that, I went, huh. Yeah, I was mad, but I thought you would still buy it 4 different ways, you know? So what are you doing, Gearbox? What are you doing, Gearbox?
I'm just saying, I just want to say fuck Epic.
Yeah, well, see, I can't say that. I have friends who work there.
Just say that was an epic fail.
Oh,
but it's one of those things where I have friends who literally work at Epic because their studio is 25 minutes away from my house, and I called them and I said, "Fuck your stupid game store," and they went, "Yeah, we know." I was like, your stupid store is ruining the PC gaming culture, and they're like, yeah, kind of.
I mean, the fact that they kind of half admit it themselves is fucking ridiculous.
Well, the person who admitted it, and we're not going to say their name or what they do. I'll say what they don't do. They don't work on the Epic Games Store in any way, shape, or.
Fair enough.
They're like, yeah, I can understand that thought process there. Fuck them, man. Christ. Cliffy B, you're dead to me.
Clicky B?
Cliffy B, ex-CEO of Epic Games.
There
/ founder. He's the guy who made Gears awesome.
All right.
Unreal awesome.
So should we move on to
Eve stuff? Sure.
Some rental updates? Anybody want to do rental updates? Missed?
We had a
renting.
Was there some mention somewhere?
So we talked about this in the pre-show last week, and we were like, guys, we can't talk about the Spire. It's under media blackout. We don't want to talk about it till the cat's out of the bag. And then the Fireside came along and it talked about everything. So it was like, cool, well, the non-disclosure act is up. So the Spire is on fire.
We don't need no water, let it burn?
Fire.
Well,
kind of like your washer.
Like my fucking washing machine that released its factory installed smoke.
Ugh.
I just actually texted my buddy who can fix these things. I'm like, hey, is this fixable? He's like, I don't know until I pop it open.
That's right. You got to see what's wrong with it.
Yeah. He says probably.
Okay. So the Spire's on fire. So what's that mean?
So it's my house.
So we have Brothers of Tangar, which are referred to as BOT, rent the Sovereign space from NC. So they pay NC money each month to basically be able to live in the space, develop it, rat, and just play their game. Now the problem is that Goons went, bit cheeky that you're paying NC for all of their super fleet and everything. I'm going to come along and sort that out. And yeah, funny enough, the first is when rent is due. So obviously the emails go out, goes, hey guys, your rent's due. Don't worry about the fire, we'll fix it. And then a couple of emails later going, yeah, I know the situation's looking a bit bad, but we will fix it, don't worry. And then someone kicked back and said, what about my 7.5 billion ISK of structures that just got blown up without any support to protect them? So don't worry about that, don't worry about that. It's not on the timer board, so we don't care about that. We don't care about that if it's not on the timer board. Do you know how big the rental agreement is for bot?
No, how big is it?
It's 32 pages long about things that you can or you cannot do. It's your deposits, what you have to pay for this, if you want to set this up, if you want to do this up. Now let's compare that to a better business model. Do you know what the requirements are for joining AMOC? Don't be a scrub.
We got it so early this week, and it was great.
Golf clap, golf clap, golf clap.
Oh yeah.
Two fingers, palm of the hand.
Nice.
Hold it. Is it seriously? There's a 32-page agreement for a video game called EVE Online in order
That's
to
a 32-page rental agreement for EVE Online, all right? Not just an agreement like a ceasefire or an alliance agreement, a fucking rental agreement. I don't even think a normal leasing agreement's more than like 6 pages in the real world.
16 pages are in English and 16 pages are in Russian.
Well, okay.
Okay,
so it's a 16-page document. The translation doesn't matter.
I mean, the UK's withdrawal agreement isn't fucking 32 pages. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
it doesn't exist. That's the problem. They don't have one yet.
You have 0 pages.
It's 0 pages right now. You have no agreement because you're scrubs and your government
They're not
has
scrubs.
no.
They're not scrubs. That's
Is
not
0 pages more than 32 pages?
No.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
It's
wins.
in fact not. All right, shit.
Bring it all
Logically correct. Okay.
Win by logic.
Well, you win by the fact that it doesn't exist. Therefore, there is no comparison. You can't divide by 0. All right. It's an imaginary thing.
Holy
you can't
shit.
use that as an example.
I've linked her picture in staff. Could you throw that into the Twitch chat, please?
Hold on.
We are going to the new meme, right? This is our new meme, right?
We are. This is the preview. This is the unveil. We do have the exclusive to this meme.
I do. Let's let me make sure I've got it set up right, and then we do, and we're going right to it. Are you ready? Ready? Exclusive meme reveal party on the Push to Shock show. You ready? Here we go.
I'll be here soon.
There it is. There it is. And for those who can't see it, because we'll also convert this to our podcast.
It's just me now.
It's who's that a picture of? Who's that a picture of?
I assume that's Lady Scarlet.
Let's assume it. It says, in period basis, you might be safer, but you'll be cold. Stay here with the dumpster fire and be warm. Rent is due. Yeah, if you
and in the background, you can see the most valuable kills in the last 7 days is all structures, rental structures who have paid big money to set these structures up. You got a 23 billion, 21 billion, 19, 9, 7, and 5.
It doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything.
I don't get the joke. What are we trying to show off here? I'm still confused.
So Lady Scarlet sent email out saying, "Hey guys, don't forget to pay your rent." And
the whole area
everybody is complaining, "Hey, but we're getting these big, giant, expensive structures blown up by goons. What are you going to do to help us?"
It's kind of like being cornered in your room because part of your house is caught on fire.
Just like this morning. Okay, yeah, I know.
And you can't get out.
Experience I just had, yeah.
You can't get out to pay, but you keep on getting phone calls from your fucking landlord going, yeah, your rent's due, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I understand this. This is a real thing.
We just burned your country down and all your farms and all your industrial structures, but you know what? Pay up.
You got to pay your dues
on your 16-page rental agreement in a video game.
I'm just so put off by that fact alone that they have a 16-page rental agreement for the worst space.
All right, we're coming back to us here.
No,
Make sure.
I bet in that rental agreement there is nothing to do with nothing that says anything about duty
Protecting.
of care.
Yeah.
No,
There's nothing.
there isn't.
No way in hell.
Fucking zero.
No way in hell.
You only get
So-
your money back on the because you got to put a deposit down. So you
Oh, of
can't
course
just
you did.
put a structure. You got to pay for the privilege to put down a structure. So if you want,
Even
to
though
put
you're already
down
paying for the
a-
system.
Yeah. Well, you pay for the system, then you pay for the structures. So if you want to put down
It's like a
a
pet
fortizar, that's 15 billion. You put in a deposit for a fort. Athenors are 1. Tataras are 5. Asbos are a bit more. There's nothing. There's in the agreement. You get the money back when the structure unanchors on good terms. So the idea is that if you don't pay your rent and get kicked out, they blow up your structures and you lose your deposit. But the contract only says that you get the money back if it's unanchored on good terms. It says nothing about blowing the structures up. And what we've actually seen is that Bot owns the sovereignty. Now, that's not entirely true because we've got the Damned Brotherhood who own that Soyuta, who are rising up and seizing control of systems for themselves. If you look at the sovereignty map for the Spire, you will see Damned Brotherhood taking Solve in systems. They are throwing off the shackles. They are not paying their rent, and they are trying to take a stand.
Are the
Fucking
pes-
fight
are-
the power, Rutherford. Jesus.
or is it in more history of the world terms? Are the peasants revolting?
Possibly. They turned up 16 hurricanes
Let's-
to protect the structure.
Can we cut live to our British knowing about being overthrown by peasants, reporter McLeod, and have him explain what it's like to be overthrown by peasants?
Well, I was thinking about the.
What's that like?
The Monty Python sketch.
I
on,
didn't vote for him!
Yeah. Well, I didn't vote for you. You don't vote for me.
I taught in
Well, how
Lake!
did- well, how did
Throwing
you
a sword
become king?
is not a way to define government! Fucking crap.
Just because some Wall Street beat threw a scimitar at me.
I'm now the king of England!
That is
Watery bit is the greatest description of anything ever.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
You know what has just popped into my brain just now based on that conversation?
A watery
What's
bit.
that?
No, I'm sitting here going, I've got 2 teenage sons, and I don't know if they've ever watched that. And perhaps
You're a bad parent.
we need to take some time.
Wait,
Hey.
hold on. I gotta ask you a few movies if they've seen them. Have
Yeah.
they seen The Jerk?
I doubt it.
Have they seen original Ghostbusters?
Yes,
Okay.
Good.
Have they seen Blues Brothers?
absolutely.
Okay. So right now you're 1 for 3 right now. I'm just concerned for your parenting.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I'll try to make amends, Scythe.
To fix that before I
and
come
do
to
better
the
as we
next
go
Eve
forward.
Pittsburgh. Next Eve,
Yeah.
next Eve North or whatever we're calling it. Crap now.
The Northern Command.
It's the officers meeting of patriotic tendencies.
There you go.
we need to have one at the beach where it's way more
yeah.
way more. Yeah.
Yeah, we do need a.
I'm working on
beach
facilitating that. We need to figure out a weekend.
We will do so. McLeod and Mist, you're more than welcome to fly over for them. Honorary members, just gonna hang out.
Yeah, you're on the show.
Sure.
I'll lasso myself an airplane and sort of ride it.
you
all the
Well,
way to the-
don't you know Gandalf directly? You can just ask him for one of them big ass eagles.
Okay.
Like you're one of those hobbits, right? Based off your hair color, I assume. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
If that's racist, I apologize.
Well, I think it probably is to some degree.
I
Hey.
apologize to the Shire folk.
One thing I want to get out before we go on. We did preview that meme. Mist, you brought that meme up to us. Who made that meme?
It was Redliner.
Redliner. So great appreciation to Redliner for letting us use that and creating that meme. I'm sure it's out there public now, right? I'm sure.
It's being released into the wild.
It's
In the wild.
it was transmitted
The wild
live.
meme.
It's in the wild.
It's a wild me.
You push something to the internet, it's there for life, dude. You
That's
you
you're
can
not
delete
wrong.
tweet all you fucking want. Still gonna be there,
ladies and
Still gonna be able to
gentlemen.
fucking
I want a
Here
meme
we
explaining
have-
how wild memes are tamed, just like the Tom and Jerry meme is now a tamed meme. It's not in the wild anymore.
I can confirm that there was actually that meme went through some R&D.
It
mean,
did.
it
And we
needed
did
some
get
R&D.
approval, right? You did get approval for us to show it.
Yeah, we got a thing.
Okay.
Big thing with R&D was that we actually looked at the meme as the Biggest Loser format. You know, that show that's about the Biggest Loser and saying these are the biggest losers in the Spire. Who's going to be next week's winner? Type of thing.
I'm the biggest loser on the show.
But then Lady Scarlet
Right now you're winning,
decided to send her 5th rent reminder email on this is your absolutely final chance 2 days over when Corpse was supposed to start getting kicked, and we were like, we'll roll with that instead.
I think they're in trouble.
Yeah.
Should pay your rent, or you can join another organisation, which we're not going to.
You're renting on purpose, so you.
Yeah. The thing is, our like rental thing is like 8 bullet points long. I think it's like we own the stuff. We're not going to make any. We own the things. You pay a fee to come in, and you pay taxes on what you own, but you don't pay an upkeep. I don't think.
Nah, I don't think there's any upkeep fees or any of that.
So it's not like you have to pay when you're not making money. You just pay money from the money you're making.
Yeah, you pay taxes essentially, which, makes way more sense.
Hey, Cersei, how you doing? Hey, I do want to take a brief station identification break here. Actually, not really, but to remind everybody that down below there are links that if you'd like to send some tips to the show to help us cover our costs, we do have software rental costs every month to be able to do things. The show is available on podcast pretty much everywhere: iTunes, Spotify, Google, everywhere, Alexa. So if you miss a show, you can always check out the podcast. We tend to release it late Sunday or on Mondays, so be aware that it's out there. You can also see all the podcasts, all the historical podcasts on pushtalkshow.com if you want to go there. Trying to think. And if you're here on INN for the first time, please push the follow button at the very minimum. And if you've got Amazon Prime, you're allowed to sponsor one channel for free every month, and you can do that with the subscription. So that is our that's the pay the bills section of the show, and we're going to go on with the rest of it. So let's go to the that's as big as 4 Titans. Sort of one of those that's what she said last night moments.
So I want to give a shout out to the I'm going to absolutely butcher the name.
By the way, I have
abbreviation.
Our software rental agreement is not 32 pages long. Okay, and it does cover safety and security of the software.
Eric, do we rent software from someone called Madame Rouge by any chance?
We do. How did you know?
You're being duped by Lady Scarlet.
Oh no! Actually, we don't. I have no idea what the hell we're
using. No,
it
does. I'll tell you.
I just show up and I have a webcam and a mic. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, you show up.
One of the few people he could find who has those things regularly.
We have our podcast hosting and we have the Zoom meeting that we do lease. Just so right now.
The Zoom meeting is.
That's how we do all the video. So no, our software agreement. And by the way, thinking of things that are 32 pages long, I'm sitting there going. My dad sold his businesses and retired, and his whole sales agreement wasn't 16 pages long to sell his stuff. It's amazing how that is. Hey, Mist, I do have that one graphic also that compares that size to the Keepstar. So when we talk about that, let's talk about that next, and I can flash that whenever you're ready.
First, Eric's going to flash people.
Yeah, we'll go for the Keepstar one.
All right, let's go for it. Here it comes. See that little shady area in the middle there?
What's this?
Yeah. What? It looks like a tiny little thing.
I'm actually going to get another picture as well. 1 second. But just take that in. Think about if that could dock in that Keepstar or not.
That's a. I mean, if you're thinking it's Titan, that's a big fucking Titan. That's
with a
many fucking Titans.
maybe with a little practice.
It's small. I would say though that it is smaller than an Iapton Titan. So like actually quite a significant. Like it's nowhere near the size of an Iapton Titan. So because people have kind of asked, oh, is it like one of those special Titans like that they had like way?
I don't know. Who said Shaq says somebody said they forgot to resize it? I don't know what you're talking about.
What happened is
they update. That's the updated picture I thought because he changed it like 3 times.
So I posted another link. So there's another picture I posted, so we can have a look at that one. Now we've seen the big one, we can actually have a look at the other one.
Is that the?
It's the one where it's just the
shipyard,
ship, right?
Yeah, the shipyard thing.
Okay, let me. I'll switch us to the shipyard picture. Let's come back to us, and then I'll bring it back up.
Oh.
All right. So tell us what we're going to talk about next year.
So this big shipyard, which we're going to see, was the original first picture. And from that, they looked at the scale of the file and they compared it to other stuff. And then from that, it was concluded there was this was a capital construction yard, that we were looking at the first wave of a Triglavian capital ship class thing. Most notoriously possibly a dreadnought, because of the way that the Triglavian weapons work. And if you compare that to all the other sizes, you think, yeah, I agree, that looks like a dreadnought. Now, recently there was loaded onto City was 2 other types, like placeholder files, and extracting those models and then comparing those models, actually realised just how big this ship actually is.
I'll have it here in a second.
The big debate is it a ship or is it a station? The argument is, well, it's got thrusters, it's got engines, it's got like a cockpit thing, it's got to be a ship. Or is this going to be like a mobile platform type of thing?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, but if you look at certain Caldari stations, certain sort of rather angular Caldari stations, I know they're fairly angular anyway, but like you may see on the underside of on one of them what looks to be basically the underside of a Phoenix. So
Yeah. So if you have a look at this, that's a ship. That was the yard. Compared that to the shack, and there's a dreadnought on the other side. Now the issue was actually looking at the scale and actually seeing the construction yard or seeing the ship in person, because it was like a rare secret room that you go into. You had a very rare chance of generating this room, of going into this construction yard area. So most people weren't paying attention, but the reporter managed to go back into the room and he looked at the ships and looked at the construction yard and realised just how bad he was off on the scale, how much bigger that thing was.
Yeah, there's a picture of it somewhat to scale to an avatar, right?
That is linked as well. That is linked just under the Keepstar one, and it's ridiculous. I
think that's the one that kind of has fueled people kind of wondering whether it's like one of the larger Titans.
Yeah. Now, the thing I want to talk about, another thing is, yesterday there was another email got sent out from the people who own the Triglavian Vault things, the loot that you get from the special site. Now, if you have these items in your possession, you can get an email from CCP to send you to a CCP domain website, and that website's going to give you some encrypted text in Triglavian, as well as a wireframe model spinning around like a schematic design. Now, if we assume we weren't supposed to see the scale models, the designs, the files, if we assume that we didn't get to see those pictures and all we had was these wire shots to go off, I guess we're going to see something in Petersburg, which is the next FanFest, because that gives 4 4-5 more weeks of releasing stuff before they ramp the hype up just before the keynote presentations.
Ah.
Yeah, we have them in a public chat on the Discord as well if you guys want to have a look. Whenever you put a picture on the overlay, it does clear the Twitch chat for me, so if you guys have any questions or anything you want to ask, post them after the pictures are gone, then we can get back to you. But I don't know, man. I'm so excited. I actually went and brought a set of the BPOs for structure construction, and I'm researching Triglavians to 5. Just if it says Triglavian, I'm putting it to 5. I'm looking at like capital ship construction. I'm debating training out to 5 because the one thing CCP.
Did they confirm what class of ship this is 100%? Is that
no? So what I find is hilarious is that when the pictures were being put out, no one said anything from CCP side. But that picture with the Titan and the Keepstar, Hilma was like, "Wow, this looks interesting." I'm like, "Well, I hope it looks interesting. You're the boss of it."
I hope he fucking knows what it is. So my thought here is, if this is a Triglavian Titan, does it have a Doomsday weapon, or is it just main weapon automatically a Doomsday based off their weapons? Like, is that going to function as their Doomsday weapon? Just basically,
we don't know. I'm just turning it to 5.
I'm hoping that's a thing. Honestly, I want a Titan that all it is, it launches fighters and has like the Doomsday the Doomsday weapon. So it has like a fighter squadron that you have to move out of the way so you don't kill your own fighters.
Well, you would think if it did have a Doomsday weapon, it would have the same sort of characteristics as the Master Disintegrators, right?
But and that's what you
would
would
it would be a ramp up thing.
It
would be basically kind of like
faster cooldown, I'd assume.
Yeah.
Like it would work like their turrets. Like it doesn't have a Doomsday, it just has its super powerful that accelerator weapon.
So it would be like a targeted pike.
It
would actually ramp up in power as well. Which insane.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Speculation.
So yeah, Shaq is saying that it's on Reddit there, so I asked him to send us the link. If it's
Thank you.
Hey, thank you for the subscription, Cyril. No, we really appreciate it. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing your name right too. It's like it's this big, but in reality, it's only this big. I don't
Watch
know.
that actually, just so you know, that actually is their new Corvette class ship. And they just got the scaling. That's
seriously is how you spell it. Interesting. That's cool.
Your I and the L is. Oh no, it is an I. Okay, it's just in purple on my screen, and I can't read that.
Oh, thanks, McLeod. I did not even know that was a command. That's super cool.
Yeah. I remembered it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sure that works." I wanted to try it out, see if it could actually.
He's got 60 seconds to find the link. So there you go.
You have 60 seconds.
He's playing his own personal version of the Crystal Maze right now.
So yeah,
where's Richard Ayade? Because he's funny. Can we get him on the show?
That'd be amazing.
So we've got.
That would be amazing.
So we've got.
He's British, you know him.
The spire is burning. The natives are restless over there. Nobody's paying their rental bills. We have a giant rental area that's probably way cheaper with an extremely short, if any, number of pages in a rental agreement. And we've got what we think maybe is a giant Titan, Super Titan thing coming our way, but we don't know for sure, and we don't know if it's sized right. We got to figure all that out. So what else we got going on in Eve, other than maybe, I don't know, somebody lose some Titans? Yeah. Anybody seen a Titan around here anywhere?
Can we just say this is a learning experience of what happens when you go outside of the umbrella?
Yeah.
So when we say stay inside of the umbrella, your safety is then guaranteed, and people slide out of that umbrella to go do some ratting and mining in a safer system. Well, in a system that they can get a bit more money, bit more money. Yeah, like, you don't have to compete with people.
Hey, the most important thing is
saying?
what we're thinking is we think they saved the Rorqual.
Maybe.
So what you're saying, Mist, is don't go out of the umbrella, Ella.
No,
Ella.
stay in the umbrella.
Hey,
Otherwise it rains shit down on you.
Hey, let's be clear here. So essentially, for those who don't know, right, there's a Rorqual who's in distress. It was being dropped by Pandemic Horde and who else was it? Volta, right? And then they dropped in 4 Titans to help him. The Titans became distressed, right?
I like that
And
phrasing.
distressed. And
Distress.
and our friends, hold it, let's be clear. Our friends in Init and Bastion all rushed in to help them. They couldn't save the Titans, but they did pretty much blow up the Dread Fleet, but that really doesn't matter.
As the shit was already dead.
But yeah, some Titans died because
They
shouldn't have.
got fucked.
I just threw it out there, McLeod. Sorry. Yeah.
It's like he came out. It's like he linked it like literally a few seconds after the permission kind of stopped.
So yes, we got this Reddit thing. So it turns out way bigger than we realized. That's no Dreadnought. And then somebody in there says, who said that it wasn't resized right?
Fucking.
There's a lot of words here. This is almost 32 pages of a Reddit post already. I've gone through 16 of them.
Pass.
Here's a couple here in Russian.
Just get rid of it. I'm gonna.
So, Nico Stradamus. I don't know. Yep. All right. So what's the real size? Did he ever fix it? I don't care. It still looks like 4 Titans, and it's bigger than.
Yeah, Nicosaurus is like, as a guy who did the original rendering of the model, I take responsibility for the mistake. I scaled it improperly without realizing it. But in my defense, I had little reason to realize how wrong I was when this was the alternative.
Yeah, I don't care that he made a mistake. I don't. Man, it's not a big deal. Shit happens. I just want to know what the right size is. Is it 4 times too big? 2 times too big? What?
But hey, at least it was this. At least it was this kind of. At least the mistake was this kind of direction, right?
Yeah.
Instead of kind of going, oh, it's like the size of a fucking Keepstar, and everyone freaks the fuck out about it, and then it turns out that it's only the size of like a Dreadnought. Right?
Dreadnought. Holy shit!
At least it's the other way around, right? At least it's the other way around. At least it's like, holy crap, a Dreadnought! Hype. Oh shit, it's way bigger than a Dreadnought. Oh my fucking god!
I don't think we were.
It's like
quite
a double
there.
hype rather than like a big hype and then people being let down.
I think we were like, hell yeah, man! Super Titans, let's go, baby! It's about time. We need bigger ships. We don't need more subcap CCP. We need bigger freaking ships.
The thing is, now, it made me think that CCPs kind of does, but always got to move the goalposts forward. Like, it makes sense because
you
makes sense.
Are you saying that CCP is doing to Titan to the Capitals what Nintendo did to Street Fighter?
What I'm saying is that when you have so Eve Amsterdam, they say, right, we're bringing out Trigavian, Tech 2 Trigavian hacks, Tech 2 assault cruisers, the Command Destroyer. So that is how many months of training to get into? Because you need level 5, don't you? You need level 5. It's at least a couple months of training. So you do your couple months of training, you get into these ships, and then CCP then introduces you another new thing. That's another thing you can train into. They're constantly moving the goalposts and giving you more things to go into, to train into, to go, right. They don't want to present something to the crowd that the majority of them can just immediately take up. They want to be able to train something and fly something. It's like, my next goal is a faction Titan right now, technically, because we got Titan. I should then be working my way up to a faction Titan, correct? That is the next goal, and then
Falahorn, you know what? You can give me your Titan if you don't. I'll take that.
I actually sold it to buy 40 billion Vexors.
Is that how you're making your money for your next?
Hey,
Yeah, I'm just throwing Vexors at iHubs and TCUs.
I'm just
like
going to point out.
like a real warrior,
I'm just going to point out here. CCP's goal should not be to have more subcap fights and more subcaps blowing up, which, by the way, I think they're leaning toward yet again. We have a little thrust toward that, which is dumb, okay, because you will never use up the resources in the game. If your goal is to help fix mineral prices and make them better and get the money out of the system, make Super Titans, make their build cost a whole lot, and let's go.
I have a
and lots of fireworks.
The thing
we
is,
need Super Titan-sized fireworks.
The thing is
that Eve needs, and I'm gonna put it on my screen here just because it's.
I'm just saying, forget all this subcap bullshit, okay? Let's get more giant freaking super and mega titans.
Yeah, like I want Titan fight. I don't have Titan yet, but I still want Titan. You know, please.
But my thing is, it's like
one of those.
And all Super Titans do, you just drop them and you blow up Rorquals.
Hold on, I have a picture of the new classification of shit.
Oh, fireworks that blow up like Alliance logos. Venom, you are on it, my man.
That is actually
the
coolest thing I've heard from the chat with Crazy Idea Wise.
Oh my god, we should be able to make them too.
Oh yeah. They should be Tech 2 ammo. Like they should be expensive, but that should be a thing.
Oh man, can you imagine launching that shit?
Dope would that be?
That would be awesome.
I just
someone contact CCP. They better be watching the freaking game. Seriously. Someone contact CCP. How about that? That's how that reads.
It's someone's job is as CCP to watch our stream to make sure we're not doing anything. I feel bad for them.
I feel bad for them.
Hold on, let me get in Gmail here. Joko, we need Alliance fireworks. I'm gonna send it. After the show, Joko.
Dude, do it. He will steal that idea and give us credit.
They're working on the custom gates, but yeah, we need fireworks. So hey, we're down to the last. Oops, sorry about that. I moused over the one window, which causes everybody's video feed to go. Sorry about that. Let's go. What else we got here?
I got one last thing to say about the Triglavian Super Mega Death Star. My theory is, and I said this in the Push to Talk Discord, Talking Station Discord, was that these ships are probably going to need more skills at level 5 that we haven't needed before, like outpost construction. Like that skill affects your invention, but maybe you're going to need that for 5 for building this ship. Just go in, alright guys, if you want to use this cool new stuff, you've got to train to get to these skills. That's my last point I want to raise. It's just thinking of we're probably going to be utilising skills that haven't really been utilised maybe at higher levels just to put those initial barriers down. So it's just so goons can't just be like, oh, a cool thing, we'll have it now.
What are you doing?
This is the concept ship for new. This is the Super Titan. It is a keep star, essentially, that launches carriers as its main weapon platform.
I hear you have this on a good source outside of CCP, right?
Well, no, this is my suggestion.
Oh, your suggestion.
I want a mobile.
So we're gonna lay a keep star on its side.
So it's a mobile Keepstar that launches Titans as its fighters.
Yeah. So the concept description of this image is a Super Star Destroyer built around a Death Star as its main weapon that deploys Imperial Star Destroyers like they were fighters. We need this. Except replace Death Star with Keepstar, Star Destroyer with big ass Titan, and Star Destroyers with super carriers and Titans.
I think
Yeah, but
you
you're missing
need.
the inception aspect of this. Like you have
Yeah.
you have the keep
Actually-
you have the mobile keep star that fires.
It's a mobile
that
keep
fires-
stars that launches mobile Fortizar.
No. So you have your mobile
Yeah.
keep star that launches faction titans that
Yeah.
launches fighters,
And then
which are basically like battleships.
Yeah, there's a faction one of these that
yeah, and
launches
then each-
standard
and then
issue
each one
one
of
of
those.
these. Yeah.
And each one of those launches
think-
launches drones as well. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what we need to reduce tie-dye. More drones.
totally.
Okay.
I want the ability to launch an entire fighters just due to nesting carriers. Essentially,
The,
I want to have 3,000 fighter squadrons under my commander.
A million fighters.
It's just the
What?
trains aren't going to get there. They keep crashing. Send in more trains.
What would be cool is if you had a Super Titan that was super expensive and to build. Okay? And when you jump that Super Titan in, it can actually launch people in dreads and carriers out of it.
Yeah, and it has a larger jump range with less or more aids, depending on how tactically.
Can you imagine
I don't think
that?
that's overpowered enough.
That-
More.
Hey, it's going to be
Need more
really
power with this
expensive.
I want a Borg cube. Can we just
Borg
get a Borg
cube.
cube?
Borg cube.
Or
telling
what's
you.
that? Let me get a replicator
Dude.
ship from Stargate.
Could you see the system spike like a giant super Titan drops in,
It's-
all these dreads
well-
come out?
Well, the best is the Super Titan jumps in. Only the pilot of that shows up on local until everything else is deployed.
Well, seriously, I seriously think that it would be nice to like dread drop like freaking high sec in Super Titans and Titans and actually destroy the fact or the
Can we just fix the game and let me move
Yeah.
my super carrier set
Yeah.
and just stomp?
I was screwing around with the spring here, and I'm like, I got this golf tee, and I'm like, got this spring, boom, like somewhere across my office. I don't know where it all went. Probably my coffee mug.
I don't know how they came home with me, but I have like 500 company branded golf tees. Golf tees.
So,
I'll show you what company.
so we're going out here. I have my golf tee is by a jeweler. I'm not going to tell you which one because that's way too much information. But I have
My
about a
golf
gajillion of
tee
them.
is made by nature.
It's a twig.
Nature. Did you ever see how they used to
Got
make? Just as an aside, do you ever see how they used to tee off like in the olden days before? You had
They
little
have
wooden
their
golf
they have
tees.
no. What it is their caddy
Right.
would the ball on the toe of his shoe
No.
because he trusted the player to not hurt it.
Actually, they had a little
They-
thing.
As a trust of friendship.
No, they had a little device, and they would pack sand or dirt in it, and then they would put that, and that would raise the ball up about half an inch to an inch.
I would have thought that any self-respecting person would have their caddy lay down and put the ball on their lips.
Yeah. They balance it gently on themselves, and then you can just
Gulfstream. Hey, by the way, that's a reminder. Next week is the Masters edition of Push to Talk, as the Masters kicks off next Thursday, or this coming Thursday. So
Oh man,
I'll be here.
I'm
I'll be
not
here in
gonna
the.
be here.
I'll be here in the green jacket. I'll be
Oh
ready.
no, I won't be here. I'll be having fun in Chicago.
Sipping Masters oriented drinks.
Sorry to the rest of you. I have to deal with Eric talk about the Masters next week.
I will not talk about the Masters, but we might have live scores.
Don't lie. That's
Live
talking
leaderboard.
about the Masters. That's
Live
talking
leaderboard.
about the Masters.
The Master Stream.
See, to those who don't know, like I'm in my office, right? And if I look right like this, I have my flat screen TV up on the wall higher than my regular PC monitors, right? And Scythe, you've seen this, right? It's right up there.
Yes.
And it's ready. I can be watching, getting updates on everything. All right, so we're down to the last 3 minutes.
Star Wars.
Let's run around the room one last thing, because Mist has to leave on the hour. He's stressed. I gotta go early. I can't stay
Star
an
Wars.
extra half
Do
an
his
hour.
first, so we can go longer. We can just ditch him.
No.
Oh.
Go ahead, Mist.
Okay,
You go
no,
first.
I'm not ready yet. So have a
Not
bit.
ready.
You need to go. You need to go right
Not
now. 'Cause
ready
you gotta
yet.
leave.
I have nothing because apart from
Anywhere
April
else.
Fool's joke on Eve of us having. Imagine that was your first experience with Eve and you died and the credits roll and you're like, well, What do I do with all of this plex I just...
Hooray!
Hooray. All right, Scythe, you're up first.
I will not be here next week. I will not miss any of you because I'll be in Chicago at Star Wars Celebration. If you're on our Discord. Yeah,
I think you should pretend you're Apple Pair and you should call us from the floor.
Without any network strength and shit, and just be a robot. I'm gonna. If I find a Wookiee cosplayer, I will call in from the show. I'll figure out how to get this working, and we'll just have a Wookiee just standing there as me on the show.
You should get Hot Nerd Girl on this show.
I still have no idea who that is. I looked her up.
I'll send you a Facebook link.
I found her freaking website.
Super cool.
Okay. Does it mean that I need to go and find her on the random show floor?
You do. For our viewers, if you cared about our viewers, you would do this.
Sir, I play other games during this show. What makes you think I care?
It's terrible.
Yeah.
You're terrible.
I'm an awful person.
Terrible. You are awful. McLeod, you're up.
Just Scythe, make sure that when you do that, make sure that you explain to her that you're not trying to find her in some weird, creepy kind of like stalkery kind of way, because that's definitely not what stalkers do.
I'm stalking her for Eric. That's it. Eric needs me to stalk her.
It's not like that.
You said get a picture with her so that you could Photoshop your head on me so you could have a picture with her.
But I was being funny.
That is stalker as fuck.
I was being funny.
No.
Hey,
you were dead serious. I know you were.
I would do this for you. I would be kind and gentle.
So I could have a creepy photo with my head photoshopped on you? Why would I want that? Why would you? You sir, are a freak.
Okay, I'm gonna pull this away from weird fucking creepy stalker character here right now.
No, we need to have him acknowledge that he's stalking this woman retroactive or vicariously through me. That's what he wants to have happen.
No, I'm just trying to talk you into looking like a creepy stalker and see how it all turns out.
Probably better than you expect because I'm not a creepy person.
We'll find out.
A very nice individual, unlike in space games.
All right, there you go.
Anyway,
you're up, brother.
So I recently found out that there is a way for me to be able to actually record even 4K when I don't even have a 4K monitor.
How do you?
So yeah, I'm with that knowledge in mind, I really genuinely cannot wait for the 64-bit client, because that's literally the only thing that stops me from going into fucking massive fights and recording like really fucking beautiful shit. Because my clients always fucking crash in that situation. But yeah,
it's crazy.
There is a way. I can teach you the way.
Show me.
You know the way?
Show me the way.
Go forth and train Titans, brothers.
Isn't that like a commercial? Show me the way. Yeah, it's like a stupid little song.
All right, Mist,
it's also a meme.
Mist, go.
Mist,
are you ready? Go.
I said mine with the April Fool's thing.
Mist, you're on! Just...
When did you say one more thing?
Do
You're like,
live.
I need time.
I said it at the start. It was like April Fool's. Imagine.
Do it live.
Imagine if your first time in Eve is April Fool's and you die and you go, well, what am I supposed to do with all this plex now?
All right, we're done. Close it down. Close the shit down.
Close the shit down? I don't know.
Fucking.
Okay. Last reminder, everybody. If you enjoy the show, give the station a follow. There are other shows. The Meta Show is up in 2 hours here with Mittens and Boat. So stick around and check out that. It's always great. But send us a follow if you enjoyed it. And if you...
I wonder what the high's going to be on there.
What?
I wonder what the high 1-2 is going to be on there again. Like, normally it's quite spicy when he's on there.
I don't know. And also, if you want to subscribe with your Amazon Prime, which is free to you if you've got Amazon Prime, cost you nothing to subscribe to the channel and help support all the streamers here. So, that's all I got to say. Maybe Highwant will be there. Oh, look, we got a subscription. Venom Sense. Thanks, Venom. I do appreciate it.
Venom,
all right, everybody.
Way.
Thanks a lot, Venom. We will be back next week, same time, without Scythe. And probably Newbie will be back because he won't be out in the barn doing barn work. So hopefully everybody will be around. And look for the podcast if you want to listen to the podcast and check all that stuff out. Thanks a lot. Everybody say bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.